Welcome, everybody, to the Photoshop tip of the week. I am Woody Walters, and you're here for that Photoshop tip, so let's get started. Hey, I was playing around with more rain. I know last week I showed you how to make rain, but this week I'd like to just come on over here and show you some of the fine little details, finesse that you can do. And you know, people, I often bring many brushes to my images now when I work. And so yes, we got this rain here, but with that rain, we also got to be able to make it look like the rain is falling on them as well. That's very important to understand, that, you know, making it look like it's all on them. And so if you look here, I did all these little details to the football players. And it's just, it brings up so much in here. Boom, 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 boom. You know, boom. And so here's the original background scene. And so then I brought in my two linebackers, them tackling, and then we just darkened down the case a little bit. I added the shadows, and I added some floodlights in here. Boom, coming in. And then I added the rain. And you can see how the rain is bringing in more detail. And especially when I bring in my second rain. Now I brought in my second rain so I would have different densities of different fields of perspective here. So the rain looks like it's, you know, receding back in here. It's just not on one plane. And that's something I would really suggest that you do. And then we start adding into our effects everything that we're going to be doing. Boom, I brought in the football play, and then I bring in some highlights on the football, and then I bring in some splash, and this is my new particle brushes, which we'll be releasing here real soon, but that's particle brushes. And then I brought in some oversized rain onto them again, and I just did it with the particle brushes, and then I blurred it, and I can show you how I did that. I'm just going to come right here. We're just going to create a new layer. I'm going to grab a brush. We're going to take our caps lock off, and I'm just going to make this brush a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to hit it. Boom. And then we're going to rotate it. So I'm going to bring up my window or press the F5 key for your brush settings. Boom. I'm going to go to my brush tip. And now I'm just going to rotate that. We're going to come over here. Boom. Boom. And I got it set to jitter here. And so I'm just going to play with this. I'm just going to hit it all over. So it looks like splashing is happening. Boom. And I'm just keep doing this. Now here on his foot, I did another layer, and I grabbed one of my splash brushes. Splash brushes. There they are. Okay, and then what I did is I just came up here and I grabbed some just splash brushes here. And so we're going to grab that brush there. We're going to reduce its size a little bit. About right in there. I think we're on a new layer. And so now I'm just going to hit that. And look at that. That just adds so much. Now we can rotate this. And we can bring some in here. And now let's make another one. Let's grab another splash brush. Let's grab this one here. We'll reduce its size a little bit. Probably about right in there. That's a little bit big. Bring that in. We're going to rotate that just a little bit. Good. We can bring some of him up on his helmet. So it really looks like he's getting the crap beat out of him. And we're just going to add another one now. Let's grab this one here. We're going to rotate that a little bit. Bring it down just slightly. About right in there. Boom. Coming off that. We'll also hit some here. Coming off there. That's a little bit much. Control Z. I'm going to make that a lot smaller. I'm going to curve it a little bit more so it's up on his helmet. Good. Maybe have another one come off this ball a little bit. Good. Look at that. Now we'll just grab another one. We'll do one for the bottom of his foot. And I like that one. So let's bring that down a little bit. Let's rotate that a little bit. Good. And let's hit that. Boom. It's a little bit strong twice. Let's go to about right there. Let's make that a little bit smaller. Good. Now look at that, people. That really looks like it's hitting that. And then what I wanted to do was to make the background here. Let me pull up my tabs again. We'll do another layer. Boom. And now I'm going to grab one of my fog brushes. We'll grab this here. We're going to look at that. I'm going to flip it. And we're going to get a blue. And I'm holding down the Alt key to get my blue. Let's go to about right there. Boom. Look at that. And now we're going to blur that. Filter, blur. I'm going to do a Gaussian blur. And 33 is pretty good because that's where I had it for the beginning, but I'll just show you here. 22 is good. I'm going to go about 38. We'll go 34. Look at that. Look how much that adds. So just by doing boom, boom, you can see the water here, boom, boom, and boom, adds so much to all of that. Boom, boom, boom. And now we're here, boom. And one other thing too, and I'm just going to show you this too. We're going to go ahead. We're going to come back to our layers. And I'm going to come to right here. I'm going to do a new layer. And I'm going to fill that with black. So I'm just going to do Alt-Delete, make sure black's up on top. And this is just like showing you rain last week. So I'm going to do Filter. I'm going to come down to Noise. I'm going to do Add Noise. And we're going to move that all the way to the right. Gaussian, Monochrome. Make sure that's clicked on. If not, you're going to have color rain, and you don't want color rain. You want black and white. We're going to say OK. And now I'm going to grab my marquee tool. I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of that. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to do Control-C to copy it. Now we're going to get rid of this layer. And I'm going to do Control-V. I'm going to paste that down. And now I'm going to do size. And we're going to make this quite big. I want more rain into that. We're going to do that. We're going to switch it to screen mode. Good. Now we're going to come up here. We're going to look at that. I'm going to do filter. I'm going to do blur. And I'm going to do motion blur. Good. Right now it's at 15. I want it more than that. That's pretty good, about 106. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, let's do 204. So we're going to click OK. And now I'm going to make a clipping mask for that. So I'm going to clip on the yin yang symbol down here. We're going to go to levels. I'm going to clip it to this. And now we're going to move our blacks up. About right in there. And so again, I can have all these different densities of rain. You can bring that here and bring this down. Look at that. Look at that. Boy, if that doesn't make you feel like it's coming down. Wow. Look at that. That's wonderful. That makes me feel like they're playing in the rain. And now I got these different, size of rains. I have like 3 to 4 different size of rain coming in here. And if I wanted to, I could lower that opacity. Let's go to this layer. Lower that opacity. Just bring that down a little bit. Good. Look at that. And so, people, the Photoshop tip is don't be afraid to continue to play. You know, I brought in fog brushes, I brought in splash brushes, I made 3 different rain backgrounds for this, and that's what's giving the image depth and making it look so realistic. And so, there's your Photoshop tip of the week. Hey, we're going to be releasing a new product, Sunbeams, this week, and sun rays, and it's one of my most favorite used tools, so be sure to check that out. If you're not a member of the exclusive group, just for the pricing of the discount of what you're going to be able to get those brushes for is phenomenal. So join the group, not only for your photography education, but in your health of your photography and the growth of your photography. Be sure to join inside the exclusive group. So I'm Woody Walters. Until next time, shoot from the heart and shoot with passion. We will see you here at the Photoshop Tip of the Week.